Right, okay, we're going to be doing Algebra Basics today. Don't panic, algebra is not as bad as you think it would be. It is a bit of a myth that it is all really hard and pointless, and it's okay, so just don't panic. So let's start with the very, very basics. So if we have y and we had x and we tried to add them together, we would get yx. But if we had y and if we have y again and then if we had x, we'd have 2y because there's 2y here and here and x. That's 2yx, which is written here. So that's the correct answer. Right, so this still got rule goes for if you have loads and loads and loads and loads. So it's not, don't add them together and go, oh, that's 1, 2, 3, 3yx, because it's not. It's 2y and 1x. 2y and 1x. You don't need to write the 1 because there's only one of them, so you just write the letter itself. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 y's and 5 x's. So we don't add them together and get 12yx. That's wrong. It's 7y because there's 7 y's and 5 x's. So it would be written as 7yx. And that is correct. So that's the first thing you need to know. So when you have y's and x's, you don't add them all together and end up with something like 12yx, because that implies that you've got 12 y's and only 1x, which is not what you've got over here. You've got 7 y's up to there and then 5 x's. 7y, 5x. So congratulations if you got those right and you felt that you can do them. So to test that you can do them, we are going to do some questions. Right, feel free to pause the video at this point, answer these questions on a whiteboard, and when you are done, show me. I'll have them a quick check, and then we will move on. Okay, so expanding algebra. So, like what we've just done, y, as you could probably know by now, is 3y. However, you may get a question in your exams or in your class which gives you this instead. 3y plus 4x, and then they ask you to expand it. All this means is do the opposite of what you've done before. If you've got 3y, you need to write 3y out. And if you've got 4x's, you need to write 4x's out. That is expanding 3y plus 4x. So if you have 5yx, be careful. Remember, there's an invisible 1 here. We don't write it because there's only one of them. So remember, it's not 5 y's and x's. That's wrong. It's 5 y's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 y's and only 1 x. And that's 5yx. So exactly the same as what you did before, but you're doing it the complete opposite way around, and you're trying to make it bigger. Right, on the next slide, we've got some questions for you. So like you did before, just pause the video, use your whiteboard, write down what the expanded versions of these equations are. Feel free to go back and have a look at the last slide and use my video again to help you through it. Simplifying algebra. So this is the most complicated it's going to get today. We're only going to do a little bit of algebra because we're just trying to get you into the basics. So, lots of the time you'll see a question like this, and this looks really confusing. Okay, so you've got 4 different things that all need to be added together. Right, the first thing to do is read the question. So 5a plus 6b plus 10a plus 3b. Right, you can see you've got A here, B here, and B here. The best thing for you to do next is to put them into groups. So put your A's over here and your B's over here. We're going to put them in 2 different colour groups. So B are going to go as blue and A are going to go as pink. So we've now separated them. We've put our 5A and our 10a together here, and our 6b and our 3b together here. Right, we're going to go below and we're going to add them up. So 5a plus 10a is 15a. We've got 9b over here, because that's 6b plus 3b, 9b. So there are your answers so far. So you're then going to calculate the answer. 15a and 9b would be written as 15a plus 9b. And that is your overall answer for that one. So we're now going to look at a second example. The big change in here is this little sign here. It is really important that when you do this, you are making sure you are watching out for minuses. Minuses can be tricky. So we've got 4a plus 7b plus 1a plus 2b. So that is our question. So we need to group them together. So we've got 4a and 1a. So we're going to put that down here. But it's really important that you make sure you take the sign with you. So 1a is actually minus 1a. So minus 1a goes down here. And again, we're going to make that nice and pink so we can see the difference. That's going pink. Now we're going to group the b's together. So we've got 7b plus 2b. And they're going to go there together. 7b plus 2b. So if we've got 4a and we've got minus 1a, that's going to give us 3a. But if we've got 7b and we've got 2b, that's going to give you 9b. Once you've got those together, they're your two answers. You're then going to write it as one answer, which would be 3a plus 9b. That's your final answer for that one. So well done if you followed them along. If you need to, you're more than welcome to rewatch this slide, as this is the most difficult of the ones you've done so far. Once you think you've kind of got the hang of it, you're going to go on to these questions. Right, before I set you off on these questions, remember my tip. Watch out for minuses. And do it on the whiteboard, do it nice and slowly, and get me to check. Right, pause the video now. Good luck. Right, well done. That's the end of Algebra Basics. You did really well, and we will do another one of these again soon. Keep going.